What up, friends? Geoff Fienberg back here with you, giving another edition of PGA Tour picks for oddschecker.com/US. It's my prop picks video for the Wyndham Championship. If you missed me and at Rick Run Good, Rick Gehman breaking down the field from an outright betting odds perspective, we posted that yesterday. You should be subscribing, so these drop right into your feed. But Rick and I, Rick's the best. He circled last week. Harris English and Sam Burns both came up just short. When we first started talking to Rick, he cashed us Cam Champ. So maybe I should just be listening to Rick. And maybe I did. Maybe I did with an outright ad you could find out about in a moment. But again, Rick and I, we break it down. I always enjoy talking to Rick. I enjoy just getting to hear what Rick has to say. So there it is. I enjoy listening and talking with Rick as much as you might enjoy listening to Rick. I apologize if I get in the way of Rick's words sometimes. Nonetheless, props, we got a lot of them here today. We'll start it off. Will Zalatoris. I almost picked him to win. He was really the only guy under 50-1 that I had thought about betting this week for the win, outside of this consistent Henley chatter from people I really trust, but I'm not smart enough to listen, so I'm ignoring that. But I do like Zalatoris a lot, and I think his plus 150 for a T20 this week at FanDuel is a great opportunity. It's as low as minus 110 on the odds checker grid. I'm pretty sure I bet Zalatoris to T20 last week at like plus 160 or plus 170. Whatever it was, it hit. But how could I make that bet in a WGC and not ride this bet versus this field? Yes, there's a bit of a boomer bust feeling with Willie this week because he's in such a unorthodox position for a player as good as he is, as having as great of a season as he is. He's still not a certified tour member. The only way he could get in the FedEx Cup is actually winning the event this week. So it's been a long, great year for him. How do you put this? It's been a long, great year. And if winning isn't really a possibility, he might not care to fight for a T20. It's been a very profitable year for Willie Z. And he can go on a nice vacation as of Sunday night if he doesn't win the golf tournament. That could be on his mind on the weekend. That being said, he got hurt and withdrew at the Open Championship, and he acknowledged the WGC last week was the first time he's felt good and healthy in some times, and he had a great week. So I think it sets up perfect. I'll probably regret not betting him for the win. Speaking of for the win, maybe I should have started off with this. I'm making a move, taking Rick Gehman's advice. I hope he didn't bail on it. I'm going to ride JT Poston at 80-1. Available Bet365 using that odds checker grid, guys. Poston lost in the playoff at the Barbasol to Power and was right there at the 3M outside of a horrible one round. So I'm really liking what we're seeing from Poston at a course that he has won at before, his only win, with a course that also has a great history of rewarding players who have won there, who feel great coming back and have shown an ability to contend time and time again. Making a move on JT Poston this week at 80-1. Like a lot of people in the community, I bet him actually live when he won here the Wyndham. There were some great numbers. I believe the approach stats were on fire that week, wasn't hitting a putt, and then caught absolute fire. So I got good vibes. Poston at the Wyndham. And maybe I'm trying to steal some of Rick Gehman's au jus at the moment. Yeah, whatever is what it is. Taylor Gooch on the outright betting card. I really like Taylor Gooch this week. I moved on Taylor Gooch. Well, I kind of waited because I thought we would get a bigger number than we did. In the end, I settled for the 66 on the outright card. Made that very clear to Rick. But I'm taking the plus 310 for the T20 on Gooch. Birdie or better opportunities. He makes them rain. This odd is as low as plus 220 when using that odds checker grid. So I'm going to take advantage of that FanDuel plus 310 on the Gooch T20. Sebastian Munoz, we're going to play that T20 at plus 270. Munoz has been a bit of a boomer bust proposition this week. There are a handful of missed cuts, but when he makes the cuts, he roars and he shows himself. So I'm expecting a course like Sedgefield, with the way Munoz is playing currently, it being a birdie party, all those are check marks for Munoz, a guy who I almost bet outright. So again, Munoz plus 270 on that T20. I know, might seem like a lot. We're not done yet. Chez Reavie, friends. We are going in for plus 380 on the T20 and plus 900 on the T10. I love Chez this week. If I was allowed to make one bet, it might have been Chez Reavie and just called it a week. We got him 100-1 on that outright card, and I feel like these are strong numbers for a guy I feel that strong about this week in Chez Reavie, who continues to just be unconscious with his approach play. So Chez Reavie, a guy I'm happy to back. Pat Kazire plus 410 on that T20, as low as plus 275. Another guy I considered betting. Maybe I still will make an outright move on Kazire. Also like Poston, flirting in that 80-1 range. I didn't start my card to 50. You guys know me. Like, that could leave me a lot of bullets, or maybe I just keep them in my pocket. I don't know, but Kazire's very tempting to me. A guy that, I mean, I talk about the opportunities that Gooch creates and my ability to believe Gooch can go low. Pat Kazire does that. He might even be better at Taylor Gooch than that, especially in the opportunities gained situation. And this is a course where you are going to have to make it rain. Birdies. Yeah, guys are going to get scorching. Our winner's going to be in the 20s. You're going to have 2.5 fantastic rounds and probably one decent hold the fort situation in this tournament. Sam Ryder, we talked about him plus 250 for the outright. He would be the super bomb that I would be into this week. And obviously I can't ignore his plus 675 for a T20. Yeah, we got one more prop here. Sorry, I know what you're thinking. Fienberg, what the hell are you wearing? Is that a vintage Super Bowl 29 starter jacket? Yeah, it is. Thanks for noticing. It is. Breaking this one out. Listen, you get our ass kicked in that game? Yeah, we did. But you're the Chargers. Like, it's like a bad team making the Final Four. You'll hang a Final Four banner. Like, it's important to you. This logo still gives me good feelings. It went to a goddamn Super Bowl. It's the only thing we've ever done. We're not the Steelers. It's not like a win or nothing mentality. We have to appreciate the baby gains we have made in our pathetic existence. Big things coming. You know, I'm feeling big things are coming when I'm breaking out a piece like this. Where were we? I got distracted. Sorry, I saw how beautiful it looked in the camera. I had to say something. Roger Sloan. Let's end it there. Roger Sloan, top Canadian, plus 300. A lot of hype. Well, I shouldn't say that, but a lot of groundswell for Sloan this week. I'll be there for Sloan, top Canadian. He would have to outdo Hughes, Hadwin. Give me Roger Sloan, a birdie maker, a guy who can plot around this golf course. A lot of dots connect to how this week could be very advantageous for Roger Sloan. Some even think he could pull off the win. Wouldn't be my 100-1 winner of choice, but wouldn't shock me. I'm here. Roger Sloan plus Canadian. Top Canadian plus 300 at Bet365. We're going to cash it. I'm Geoff Fienberg. Don't forget, like, sub, leave a comment. Tell me who you think is going to win the Wyndham this week. We'll be back next week. FedEx Cup, exciting times. Arguably the toughest field in golf of the entire year next week. Doesn't make sense to you? Why would it be less? Why would it be harder than a major per se? Well, it's actually a pretty easy answer. You can think about it. I'll break it down for you next week here on Odds Checker. I'm Geoff Fienberg. I'm out.